Very good morning to everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad. You're watching Firewood at the Furnace. I thank you all for being here. I know we've gotten a good bit of new subscribers here the last few weeks, so I just wanted to take a moment and say welcome to all of you. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing here. And if there's something that I'm not answering for you, if you have additional questions, always feel free to drop comments down below. I read and try to reply to every comment or question that I get. So again, welcome to the channel and I'm glad you're here. So today you see an IBC tote sitting behind me. I'm gonna try something brand new that I haven't seen anybody else do on the channel. I've got some exciting news of a little bit of change to the hobby slash business that I'm doing for the very first time, and I'm hoping that this is going to work out. I'm going to take you along with me today and show you what my plans are. Maybe you all can give me some feedback or some ideas on anything you think, any suggestions that you have. But it involves this IBC tote and firewood bundles, so stick around. So the news that I have for you all today is that I have ventured out into retail with the firewood bundles. I contacted a local store. It's actually an ice cream shop, and they are interested in selling firewood bundles at their store. So we talked about the wholesale numbers and what they could potentially sell the bundles for at their retail location, and they have agreed to purchase 20 bundles from me to get started. They're going to store them outside, but I offered them a way to kind of display them in an IBC tote, and they said that they would be willing to try that out as well. So this is a tote that I have used in the past to pile campfire wood in, to dry or what have you, and I cut this little section out. My plan is to cut a bigger section out, down a little lower, so that you can fully see the bundles, because this tote is not going to be moved around. Once it's placed where it's going to stay there, and it's just going to be kind of an area that the bundles can be stacked inside of where they won't fall over or get knocked over. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut this cage out a little more on the front, and then I'll show you what my plan is to kind of protect the edges and the sharp areas on the side, so that when customers are coming and going, they don't potentially cut themselves. So let me get the generator fired up, get the grinder out, and I'll show you my plans. So there we go, we just kind of took the whole front of the tote off there, and that'll make it easy for the customers to get in and out of. The only other thing I don't like are these, on the sides they have the labels of what was originally in the tote, you know, the chemical or the liquid or whatever was in there. So I'm going to go ahead and knock those off, and we'll just get rid of those altogether. I'm pretty sure they're just kind of pressed in here, so hopefully they'll come off easy. Easy enough. So now the task will just be to kind of grind down. We use the cutting wheel obviously to cut this off, but there's still some really sharp edges here. So we'll take the grinding wheel and just kind of grind those down a little bit before I show you what I'm going to do to protect that edge. So I've often had ideas like this before, but never really gave it much more thought as to how I was going to solve the problem of the sharp edges. And then just out of the blue, I thought of pool noodles, and I started looking up pool noodles, and surprisingly they're pretty expensive. But this is just pipe insulation that I got from Lowe's, and I guess it's a 6-foot section. It was only like $1.98 for one 6-foot section. So my idea is to just cover these edges with the pre-slit pipe insulation, and then every so many inches just put a wire tie around it to hold it in place. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to work on that, and when we get done we'll see how it looks. So the first one I did, I just cut off even at the top. I still got to trim off the wire ties there, obviously. I cut it off at the top, but then I got to thinking I might be able to just, instead of wasting that last few feet of it, I'll just wrap it around the corner and go across the top. I think I like the second way better. So I'm going to take the first one off, redo that, just like this one, and then I'll come back. So I don't think that'll work out too bad. Pretty inexpensive option for you there if you're selling bundles or anything like that at a retail location, or even if you wanted to use it for a roadside stand, it would probably work okay like that. Like I said, it's just cheap pipe insulation from Lowe's or Home Depot, your local hardware store. And I probably did that for around $5. So now the task is to make some bundles, because while I was away in New York, the driveway stand got a little depleted. So I don't want to take from that. So we'll make 20 bundles, get them loaded up on the trailer along with the tote here, and we will deliver to our very first retail location today. And there might even be a tree service load to pick up on the way back, but we'll see. I've been over here for the last few minutes working on my bundles to get this 20 bundle order ready, and I got 8 of them done, and that's when the tree service called. So we got a load to go get. I'm not going to get the 20 bundles done to deliver and then pick up the tree service wood on the way back, so we'll have to do it in 2 separate trips. But the old Countyline is I woke the old Countyline up today. It's getting a little bit of a refresher here. It still gets the job done once in a while when I need it to. We're just re-splitting some of these bigger pieces down to bundle size, and we'll go get this load of tree service wood, which they tell me is black walnut, and then when we get back we will finish up these bundles and deliver them to our very first retail customer. Alright, we're at the job site. They're loading me up now, some of the top limbs out of the walnut tree. They still have to drop the main part of the tree, and whatever I have room for is what I'm going to take. So I'll walk you down here and show you. This is a tree that kind of storm damage cleanup. When the top broke out of it, it did not hit anything or damage anything. It's just laying in the yard. So I'm getting around to cleaning this up today. Pretty much got everything that needs chipped already, and now I'm getting ready to drop the main part of the tree, like I said. So we'll get a load of walnut, and I'll show you the load once we get finished up. We're back from that pickup, and we got a pretty good healthy load of black walnut here. Both trailers are loaded again. Walnut on that trailer and locust on that trailer, and then a great big dump truck load of oak and cherry laying here again. So quite the amount of wood in the yard, but winter is coming, and that's when the tree service slows down a little bit. So we'll have plenty of wood here to work on when the weather's cool. But for right now, we got to get back on the bundles. All right, there we go. We're all loaded up with all 20 bundles for this customer, along with the cage, the rack, display case, whatever you want to call it. But there they are. All 20 fit pretty well on this trailer, along with the IBC tote. But we're going to go ahead and get ready to take this up and deliver it. Obviously, I didn't put any bundles in the display rack because that's going to have to be the first thing that comes off the trailer. I will place that wherever they would like it to live, and then I'll load all the bundles up in it. But you'll come with me on all that so you can see how it looks once we're done. We just have we got to wait a few minutes before it's time to leave because we have a scheduled time for delivery, and I'll see you when we get there. And here we are at the Inside Scoop, the ice cream shop that is going to be displaying and have Firewood at the Furnace bundles for sale. And we set up the IBC tote right over here at the back of the building. So when you come out of the door, it's in sight and just to the right. We've got all 20 bundles in there. We've got labels facing forward, labels facing to the side. And as we walk around the tote, I made sure that the labels were facing the other outside as well, so that as people walk by and look at the Firewood bundles, the labels are facing it. So we got all of them in there, and it looks good. When you come inside the store, they've got a variety of different flavors: ice cream, snow cones, toppings for all of your ice cream that you might need. This is a brand new business, small business that just opened up recently. So if you're in the area, make sure you check them out and give them your support. They're just getting going here, and I'm sure would definitely appreciate the customers. Again, this is the Inside Scoop. It's in Rising Sun, Maryland. Make sure you check them out. So we're heading out the lane now after that delivery. I think that worked out really well. 20 bundles fit in that IBC tote almost perfectly. You could actually get 21 in there if you stack the middle section 3 deep on the top instead of just 2. But I think 2 on top keeps everything a little more balanced, and I think it's going to work out good. They seem to be very happy with the way it all worked out, and I got my complimentary cookies and cream ice cream for the ride home. No, it's not on the carnivore diet, but I guess I'm cheating a little bit today. But anyway, I am heading back to the house now. Thanks everybody for watching. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button on the channel. It greatly helps us out. And until next week, I hope you all have a great one. Take care.